Hi there, welcome back to On the Flip Side. My name is Adam Shawwalker, your host, and today we're going to be digging into this new release from noise pop duo Black Dresses with their new album, Forget Your Own Face. Beyond the frankly uncanny album cover, this short but energy-packed album blasts into the room with an energy like a small bomb. There's something past hyper-aggression here. These songs that are very tongue-in-cheek and very self-aware are on the cutting edge of heavy music. Despite the hyper-pop influence, there's tons of hardcore-style vocals all over this thing with a firm twist of like 100 gecs. While I'm not sure that every track on this album is for me, I have been incredibly impressed with the sheer adventurous effort that has been put forth into this release. It's kind of like boiling down Machine Girl, 100 gecs, Admiral Angry, and a bunch of other hyper-aggressive noise bands into this like concentrated concoction of aggression. Immediately, this album starts with a very no bullshit in-your-face track with U2. This whole song is dripping with a firm confusion in its lyrical themes, with a lot of moments where the vocals fall into these chaotic noise walls. There's also a strong sense of self-loathing and raw anger, like they've taken fury as a concept and have just exemplified it on this song with lines like, "Why am I still this? Why am I still me? So much distance, please God send me entropy." And if you got everything you ever wanted, if you got what you wanted the most, I forgot what I wanted the most. All of these lines are delivered with a raw anger that is very rare from what I've heard. The next couple tracks, Let's Be and Earthworm, double down on the energy with some incredibly abrasive beats and heady vocals that have some pretty cool modulated effects on them. The levels they push these tracks to in the mix just seem to burst apart at the seams. Let's Be has an intense variety of deliveries, all being rapid fired so that when the next change-up comes, you've barely gotten used to the last shift. Then the song kind of ends just as abruptly as it starts. Earthworm is a bit more fleshed out, but it's still a crazy bombastic track with a lot of energy, but it's all very well done. I wasn't really sure how to describe a lot of the music on this album, but I think kind of the best way to look at it, at these songs, is kind of like a, you know, like late night Adult Swim. Like if you took Xavier Renegade Angel and kind of grinded it into a music paste, this would probably be what you'd get. No Normal delves further into these glitchy avenues with one of the catchiest hooks on the album, and the lyrics here are very, very reflective. It's crazy how much thought they've put into some of these lines because of how difficult it can be to kind of discern what the hell is being said, but I'm glad that they put the effort in, even if it's not immediately apparent. Check out some of these lines. T-shirt slogan, I'm a t-shirt slogan, I'm a meme, I know it, I got me, and I know it. We've learned a lot about entertainment, tried a lot of shit, still not entertained yet. And this one's like kind of particularly weird and heady. Isn't it crazy to be human, to bear witness to the illusion of patterns, to the illusion of order, to think that all this shit is normal? So there's some super cool stuff they've arranged here. I think they could have gone through a little bit more of an effort to kind of showcase some vocals, but I still think a lot of these lines are really, really cool. Doom Spiral is one of the slowest songs on the album with a very danceable tempo that feels like a kind of cross between a standard pop track and a noise track. It's really well balanced in every section and is probably my favorite track on the album. Money Makes You Stupid swings right back into the hyper-aggression pit that is the driving energy of this album. This is a super heavy track that, as far as the harsh tracks on this album go, is the strongest of the bunch, with these raising modulated synths that carry the song and quick blasted vocals that strobe over top of the main beats. Gay, Ugly, and Hard to Understand is a super tongue-in-cheek song. There's so many great lines on the song that I'm just gonna throw them up on the screen. I really love how this whole song builds up to this cool, calm soundscape. They really tap into a cool moment here that is very unique compared to a lot of the other moments on this album. The last song, Nightwish, is a short album closer that leans into the winding down of the energy on this album with kind of a trap rap influenced song that floats pretty nicely over its relatively easygoing beat. I do wish that a lot of the songs on this album had some more time to breathe, because as it sits, there's a great batch of really cool ideas that I think are kind of pulled out a little bit too raw. I do love a lot of what I'm hearing on this album, and I think that there's a lot of moments where the crazy, intense hyper-pop anthems could have been handled a little bit more thoughtfully, which I guess is, you know, a bit silly considering this genre, but there's still a lot of points where they're giving it like 100% half of the time, which sounds kind of stupid, but I swear it does apply here. Forget Your Own Face has left me with a really interesting impression, and while it didn't floor me at every moment, it kept me interested through its runtime. Forget Your Own Face is a solid 7. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what I should review next, and tell me what you thought of this album in the comments below. If you want to support the channel further, check out my Reverb store and my Instagram. The links to those are in the description below, and please consider dropping a like and subscribing. Thank you all so much again, and we'll see you on the flip side.